Hello friends, Ace Portland. Next episode. In this episode, we'll be discussing plant kingdom, third one, last in plant kingdom. So I will share the screen so it will be convenient for you. I think screen came. So we can proceed. So in this episode, we'll be discussing about Gymnosperms, Angiosperms, some names of this group of plants with the diagram, photo, habitat, habit, reproduction, life cycle, economic aspect. So basically, 4 items: introduction, gymnosperm, angiosperm, and questions. 5 theory, 5 NEET model question with the key. So we can start with the term gymnosperm. See, the term gymnosperm was coined by, most preferable name is Theophrastus, often called father of botany, in 300 BC. That is a common belief. Many other names are suggested. The term gymnosperm. Connect up with. Next is meaning of the term gymnosperm. So gymnos means naked, sperma means seed, Greek origin. So gymnosperm means plants with naked seed, seedscape, pteridophyte, no seed. Now habitat and habit of gymnosperms. Gymnosperms comparatively a small group of plants. And generally plants are perennial, living for many years. Lives for more than 2 years, annual, biennial, perennial. More woody in nature. And their habitat, place where they live, they normally prefer low temperature. But they can be seen in various climates and temperature. Normally they prefer low temperature, but they will be surviving in various other climates and temperature, even high temperature. Gymnosperms are called first spermatophyte. The word I given there, spermatophyte means phyte means plant, sperm means seed. So plants with the seeds, first time developed in gymnosperm, that is seed-bearing plants. But remember, seeds are not protected by fruit because fruit develops from ovary, no ovary in gymnosperm, so no fruit in gymnosperm, naked seed. That is why the term gymnosperm. Smallest gymnosperm is Samia. Largest gymnosperm is Sequoia, redwood trees. Some gymnosperms have very lengthy, long lifespan. Example, giant sequoias lives for more than 3,000 years. That is our common name. Some other names will be also suggested for us. It is sequoia. Now, main plant body in gymnosperm is sporophyte. Sporophyte means diploid. And remember, sequoia is one of the tallest tree species also, NCERT page number 32. I think up to that, it is clear general items. Now, plant side, we can enter root system. So each heading I written, this will be easy for you to study and remember. So mainly taproot systems. We can also find corollary roots. Example is cycas. Mycorrhizal root, seen in Pinus. Mycorrhizal root, that means fungus, connected with the fungus. Mycology study of fungus. And in mycorrhizal root, fungus root, there is no root hairs, no root cap, because it is a symbiotic association. Corollary root, association with the nitrogen-fixing blue-green algae or cyanobacteria. Again, root hairs and root cap normally absent. Now, leaves. So when we come to the leaves may be simple or compound, simple or needle shape. Leaves in gymnosperms are well adapted to withstand extremes of temperature, humidity, and wind, NCERT. In cycas, pinnate leaves. I think first page is clear to all of you. Cycas, the pinnate leaves persist for many years. In conifers, needle-shaped leaves. So, needle-shaped leaves we can find in conifers. In Ginko, maidenhair tree, leaves are fan-shaped and bilobe. Persistence of leaves in gymnosperm gives an evergreen nature for many gymnosperms. Seems to be always having green leaves. In conifers, the needle-like leaves, why that shape become needle? For adaptation, reduces surface area, their thick cuticle, sunken stomata also helps to reduce water loss. So preventing water loss. So needle shape reduces surface area, thick cuticle is there, sunken stomata is there, all helps to reduce water loss. NCERT. Stem. Stem can be unbranched as in cycas. It can be branched as in Pinus citrus. There will be long shoots and dwarf shoots available. All gymnosperms are basically heterosporous. Plant body, I told you, sporophytic. There is vasculature, xylem, and phloem. Reproduction can be vegetative or sexual and sexual. I think up to that it is clear. Now a simple classification. 4 groups can be identified. Cycadopsida with a diagram and example I given the cycas. Coniferopsida, Pinus, and citrus. Gyngopsida, maiden hair tree, Ginko, bilobe leaves. The Neetopsida most advanced group. Among it, 3 important groups are Neetum, Ephedra, and Welwitschia. So each item I mentioned with the diagram and the heading, and each character will be analyzing, or each plant group will be analyzing. Cycas, a living fossil, very slow growth. It is dioecious. Bulbils are the vegetative reproductive structure. No female cone in cycas. Largest male, female gametes, largest ovule. Then male gametes are multiciliate and top shapes of water needed. So some characterize why cycas is called a living fossil. Now comes Pinus. Cycas you observed here. Now comes Pinus. Looks like a Christmas tree. Pinus. Monoecious. Cycas is dioecious. Winged pollen grain and wings are modified exine. Important question. And pollen grains will be floating in air. Millions of pollen grain, yellow in color, often called sulfur shower or yellow shower. And this Pinus shows polyembryony. Now, below it, I wrote a statement that is a previous question. Which all gymnosperms can show vivipary? What the option they given? Podocarpus McCoy, Ginko biloba, Ephedra. Forget answer is all of this. For that purpose only, I put that question or statement there. I think page is clear. Second page is clear. Now we can proceed to third page. Next is Ginko. Ginko is a living fossil. Diagram you can find here. Ginko. Fan-shaped bilobed leaves. Leaves you can observe the maiden hair tree, otherwise called pagoda tree. Ginko biloba is dioecious. Ginko biloba, dioecious. Presence of long shoot and dwarf shoot. Seeds will be large and orange colored. Remember, no fruit in gymnosperm. So, seeds will be large and orange in female plants. And instead there is a diagram. So that is seed only, not fruit. No fruit in gymnosperms. I think Ginko clear. Next is Neetopsida. Most evolved gymnosperm, under which 3 groups or 3 genus. For us, Neetum, Ephedra, Welwitschia. These are the 3 plants given there. Neetum, Ephedra, and Welwitschia. So one by one we can proceed. Okay. So first is Neetum. Neetum is supposed to be the most advanced gymnosperm, and some characters of it is similar to angiosperms. Example, xylem vessel, broader leaves, photosynthetic capacity. And some members are lianas, big, huge, thick lianas. And mostly Neetum dioecious. Next specimen is Ephedra. Normally shrubs, or certain species may be small trees. And from ephedra, drug is obtained. It is called ephedrine, connected with asthma treatment. And mostly dioecious, ephedra. Now comes most abnormal plant. It is called Welwitschia. It is exceptional gymnosperm, grows in that area where water is very scarce. So southwestern Africa. It has got, if you find the diagram, you can find here. This will be Welwitschia. So you can find large strap-like leaves, grows continuously along the ground. Interestingly, only 2 leaves can be seen. Plant is also connected with the water because an indicator of water, below this plant, little bit depth, we can find water in those areas. So it acts as a water indicator. Lifespan is above 400 years. Above 400 years. Male plants and female plants are available. So preferably dioecious. I think Welwitschia clear. So 4, 5, 6, 7 photographs to become clear with the plants. I think idea clear, so we can proceed to next area. It is reproduction. Reproduction as usual, 3 types: vegetative, asexual, and sexual. Vegetative reproduction is comparatively less, preferably like fleshy bulbils in cycles. Now, sexual mode, spores may be involved, spores may be produced. Now comes sexual reproduction. Pollination in Gymnosperm generally anemophilous, wind pollinated. So pollen grains will be large number and very light. Ovule is orthotropous or straight, primitive ovule. And root system is normally taproot system. These 3 basically belongs to Gymnosperm, the 3 characters. That is why I put here taproot also in connection with the sexual reproduction. So these 3 specific to Gymnosperms. Now we can proceed to Microsporogenesis and Megasporogenesis. A little bit expanded manner in connection with NCERT, I put it there. See, Gymnosperms are heterosporous in nature. Naturally, heterosporous means microspores and megaspores will be there. Spores, if it is microspore, how is the arrangement? You can find here. Here you can find spores, microsporangia connected with the microsporophyll. They will be arranged in a compact manner. Microsporophyll, it is called lax or compact strobile or male cone. So spores, microsporangia, microsporophyll, lax or compact strobile or male cone. That's how the order goes. Now, female side, spores, megasporangia, megasporophyll, and female strobile or cone. As in a descending order. In Pinus, male and female strobile on same tree. In Cycas, male cone and megasporophyll, Cycas no female cone, are born on different trees. That means Pinus is monoecious, Cycas is dioecious. Now we can proceed to microsporogenesis. Microspore mother cell undergo meiosis forming microspores. So haploid microspores form. Haploid microspores develop into male gametophytic generation, which is highly reduced and is confined to only limited number of cells. Highly reduced male gametophyte. This reduced male gametophyte is often called pollen grain. Development of pollen grain take place within the microsporangia. Male side comparatively easy. Female side, slight confusion is there. Anyway, according to NCERT, what they provide, we can discuss. In megasporogenesis, again, megaspore mother cell is differentiated from one of the cell in nucellus. Nucellus generally means structure cells which surrounds female gametophyte, which will be diploid. Nucellus is protected by envelopes and the composite structure is called an ovule. Ovules are born on megasporophyll, which may be clustered to form female cone. The megaspore mother cell undergo meiosis to form 4 megaspores. One of the megaspores enclosed within the megasporangium develops into a multicellular female gametophyte that bears 2 or more archegonia or female sex organ. So there it comes, archegonia or female sex organ. Multicellular female gametophyte is also retained within the megasporangium. This is what NCERT explains it, page number 33. So it will be comparatively easy, more clear. Now, in Gymnosperms, male and female gametophyte have no independent free living existence because sporophyte is dominant. And they will be attached with the sporangia retained on the sporophyte. Pollen grains will be released from the microsporangium carried in air currents. Anemophily, wind pollination, comes in contact with the opening of the ovule born on megasporophylls. Pollen tube will be carrying the male gametes that will be grows towards archegonia in the ovule and discharge their content near the mouth of the archegonia. Then, as usual, male gamete, female gamete meets, fertilization, zygote embryo, and ovules into seeds. Seeds will be naked. But it will take time. Time requiring procedures, all this. I think this page is clear. Megasporogenesis and microsporogenesis. Now, general and economic aspects of Gymnosperms. Some economically useful item. Chilgosa, edible seeds of Pinus gerardiana. It can be roasted and consumed like a peanut or cashew nut. Paper and timberworks, softwood in Gymnosperm, big industry. Taxol, previous repeated question, and anti-cancerous drug from the plant Taxus brevifolia. It is called yew tree. That was the question previously came. Canada balsam from a plant Abies balsamea, a type of turpentine. And this is the life cycle, just represented it. As usual, here which is starting stage of gametophytic generation, ending stage of gametophytic generation, starting stage of sporophytic generation, ending stage of sporophytic generation, where the meiosis takes place. So when we start with the life cycle here, we can find Microspore, Megaspore, starting stage of gametophytic generation, ends with the male gamete and female gamete. Then sporophytic generation starts with the zygote, ends with the megaspore and microspore mother cell. So meiosis in megaspore and microspore mother cell as usual. Then next is last plant group for us, Angiosperm. Angio means covered. Sporangium, spores in a sac. Sperm means seed. So plants with the covered seeds. And this plant group, Angiosperm, occupies the apex of the plant kingdom. Apex of the plant kingdom. Last plant group under Spermatophyta. Spermatophyta means seed-producing plants. Only two groups you have to learn. One is Gymnosperm, where it started. Other is Angiosperm, where it is ended. So it is the last group in Spermatophyta. First group was Gymnosperm, sperm. Spermatophyta, seed-producing plants. First and last group with ovary. This is the group in which Angiosperm is the group in which we can find ovary fruit. Only one group you have to learn. In Gymnosperm, no ovary. Means only one plant group with the fruit, that is Angiosperm. Here the pollen grains and the ovules are developed in flower. Habitat and habit, highly variable. Again, here I shown some classification, large number of classifications are available. Smallest Angiosperm, Wolfia. Tallest Angiosperm, Eucalyptus. Largest in India, banyan tree. Then annuals, biennials, perennials. Annuals means normally growing for one season. Biennials for 2 seasons, or generally we can say 2 years. And perennials lives for more than 2 years. Example for annuals, mustard, wheat, and senior. Some examples, that's all. Biennials, carrot, cabbage, and onion. Carrot and cabbage, NCERT, in another chapter. Perennials, mango, coconut, and tomato. Classification of Angiosperm, basically two classes, dicotyledonate, monocotyledonate. Not dicot and monocot, characters are written here. Dicot, 2 cotyledon, we can find taproot, we can find cambium. Flowers will be pentamerous or tetramerous, 5 or 4. It's multiple, 4 sepal, 4 petal, 4 stamen, or 5 sepal, 5 petal, 5 stamen. That way. Secondary thickening is normally present in dicot since cambium is there. Now the opposite side, only one cotyledon, fibrous root, cambium absence or closed, trimerous, 3 or multiples of 3. Then secondary thickening normally absent. And next page we can find a life cycle of Angiosperm. This is not in present NCERT. Previous NCERT diagram was there. At that time, based on questions they were asking. So one typical question, I'll show you here. Anther. Then stigma, we can find. Similarly here, embryo. This side, microspores, microsporangium, megaspore mother cell. So most of the structures in this diagram belongs to sporophytic generation or diploid. Initially, color change was there. The bottom side is yellow, but that is not clear here because old diagram. And when we come to gametophytic generation, all will be haploid. So that gives an indication, life cycle. Okay, just put on the screen because it will be easy for you, convenient for you, even though present NCERT, the diagram is not there, just to show. Now, next is 5 theory question, 5 NEET model question with the key. But we haven't discussed economic aspects of Angiosperm. So practically in every areas, we can find the utilization of Angiosperm. Some of them include food industry, beverages, medicines, edible oil, timbers, fibers, spices. If you take it, almost all areas, rice, wheat, everything belongs to Angiosperm. So that is regarding the economic side. And that is regarding our topic for the discussion today. I think comparatively easy topic, no much difficulty. So we can just pass through it and what all things we studied in this episode. That is 2 plant groups, mainly we concentrated Gymnosperm, Angiosperm, and starting with the Gymnosperm, scientist and meaning of the term, habitat and habit, then spermatophyte, first spermatophyte, then seeds not protected, then root system, taproot and corollary root, mycorrhizal root, then no root hairs, no root cap. In both cases, then they will be facing, they can face different temperatures, humidity, or everything because due to adaptation. Now, needle-shaped conifers leaves, Ginko leaves, Peculiarity, it is fan-shaped and bilobed. Persistence of leaves, evergreen nature. Then stem, that is unbranched branch, cycas as well as Pinus citrus. Then next is Ginko. Pictures of Ginko, maiden tree, living fossil. Then Neetum ephedra welwitschia, most advanced among gymnosperms, specifically Neetum ephedra ephedrine. Welwitschia, abnormal nature of the plant. Only two leaves, indicator of water. Then reproduction vegetative, asexual and sexual. Then fleshy bulbils. Then spores. Then sexual reproduction, anemophily, ovule orthotropous, and straight. Then taproot system. Then microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. Here we can find. Full details discuss microspore mother cell, microspores, pollen grain, megaspore mother cell, megaspores, then archegonium, then female gamete this way. Then economic side of gymnosperms. 3-4 characters or plants. Then we entered into life cycle of gymnosperm, then angiosperm, meaning of the term. Then spermatophyte are last group, fruit present, ovary develops into fruit. Then some data-based area, smallest to largest that way. Then annual, biennial, and perennial. Then classification of angiosperm, dicot and monocot, their differences. Then a life cycle diagram, presently not in NCERT, old NCERT diagram, but it is very useful. Odd one they can ask, 3 from gametophytic, 1 from sporophytic generation, find the odd one. For that purpose only I put it there. Then after that, we entered into 5 theory question, 5 NEET model question. After that, again, one more topic, economic aspects of angiosperms. Then key given, etc. That is regarding our present, this episode topic, mainly gymnosperm, angiosperm, and that plant kingdom is getting over. So we can meet in the next episode with another chapter. So I think you're able to follow it. If you are satisfied, like it, share it, compare it, and subscribe all. We can meet later. Take care. Thank you.